Ray. Stop taking credit for my shit. That's why I came on here to talk. But a lot of people over the years, I never said no. Stop taking credit for my shit. I was the one who told you that they dump illegals wherever we are. I showed you the map. So I want motherfuckers to stop sitting up here talking about, I told you this and all that. You ain't telling nobody shit. You heard me say it and then you repeated it. Because you damn sure ain't tell me shit because I'm living it. You can't tell me shit when I'm living it. New York City has about like as a matter of fact, before this happened, we had 805,000 undocumented people. And we had a housing problem then. Common sense, here's what a real business person would look at it in this way, right? You would say, okay, if I have 805 illegals, undocumented people in New York, and I need housing units, what would be the best way for me to fulfill those needs? Well, I would say, you know what? 805,000. I might not kick out the whole 805,000, but at least 400,000 of them would have had to go. Because if you sat here for 30 or 40 years and you didn't initiate any type of paperwork to try to become a resident or a citizen, then you should go. You should get the fuck out of New York because you are the problem and people like you are the problem. I don't give a fuck how hard people are claiming people work. Everybody works hard. Who the fuck don't work hard? It's work. Who the fuck works easy? Work is hard for every fucking body. Now that we've gotten that out the way, let me say this. LA was the first. LA was the template. People sat back, saw how it went down in LA, and said, you know what? Let's duplicate this fucking strategy across America, especially where black people are. Because black people are getting uppity. How dare these Negroes sit up here talking about they want some type of compensation for the fucked up shit that we did to them, like putting crack in people's fucking communities. Use black people as guinea pigs to fund a fucking war that is treason committed against American people. And somebody needed to pay for that, and nobody ever fucking did. Now you have the hugest drug problem that anybody's ever seen. And nobody knows what to do. Everybody's trying to grasp at straws, trying to figure out what's the best way to handle this situation. Well, the best way to handle this situation is what Senator Graham was talking about, and that's taking the feds and going up in Mexico. I go one step further. I would go to every Latin American country where that cocoa leaf is growing, and I would fuck their soil up. Because that is the only way you are going to stop this cocaine mess, this crack mess, because, yep, crack is still going strong. Now, people are still smoking crack. Believe it or not, in 2023, people are still smoking crack. So you have to go up in there and destroy these coca leaf fields. You have to start there. Then you're going to have to take out all these cartel people out. Then when you get finished with them, you're going to have to deal with some of these Africans. Because they are in Italy getting a drug smuggling game on, and that's not going to stay situated in Italy. So there's a lot of shit that we can do about drugs besides just lock up a bunch of stupid, non-reading ass Negroes. Like you could go to where the shit grows and destroy it. If the mayor Eric Adams really wanted to do anything about the homeless situation, what I just told you would have been an option to him. You got people here. I walk past people. I go to work. I'm walking past people breaking up bottles, drinking early in the morning or whatever like that. I mean, I guess that's hard work. But you got a lot of people in New York City that ain't doing shit, and those would have been the ones that had to go. That's how you resolve your homeless situation. You kick out the illegals that don't belong here, and you give that housing to homeless veterans, homeless families, right? That's how you do that. Then you let the shelters be for those who are mentally disturbed. And there you can treat them. Because you can have doctors on ground. You can have psychiatrists, you know, all kind of therapists and stuff can deal with these people right where they are. New York is a disgrace. The Negroes of New York are a disgrace. Because they sat back and let this happen. And I'm not going to even say it, but I'm sick of them. I'm already sick of them. Every time I walk out my door, it's culture shock because I'm seeing all type of people that I've never seen in my life. Never seen in my life. And they all over the place. Like I told you, I hate those fucking. They all over the place with tables. Tables with fruit that you could walk in the super. The same type of packaging that's on the supermarket fruit is on these tables where people just got fruit. People selling deodorants, soap powder, Gain soap powder. Procter and Gamble needs to check that out, and so does Dove, because you got people out here bootlegging your shit. One lady I seen, she had like a damn like a strip mall out of a table. She got this, some of that. And it's like, I mean, me, I don't want none of the shit. I don't want no shit off the table. I don't want it. And it irks me to see so many of them all over the fucking place. Because you know what that means? More stores are closing, and they're taking advantage of that. Like, okay, well, let's just set up some tables. And a lot of them are blocking business from a lot of that because you have a lot of cheap motherfuckers who don't want to spend a few coins to get something, who will just buy some bullshit off of a table. And that's disenfranchising the mom and pop businesses because they set up right in front of mom and pop shops. I had a motherfucker. I was in another store, and I guess he seen me, because you can see through the glass. I guess he seen me pull out some money out my purse and pay for, what I wanted, and I had to wait for them to do whatever it is they needed to do, and I just stood outside, and he was like, "Buy something." So I just looked at this motherfucker like he was stupid. I just looked at him like, yeah, he has to be fucking crazy, and I know you ain't talking to me, telling me to buy something. Who the fuck are you to tell me how to spend my money? This is what's going on here. They're very, very privileged, very, very entitled, the illegals here in New York. They're very entitled. And they don't like me, and I don't like them either. I can't stand them. And that's why I can't wait to get out of this city. My daughter's going to graduate from college. I'm getting her the fuck out of here because I will not let New York eat her up career-wise like it did me. Now they making all of these you can't discriminate because of this and you can't discriminate, which is bullshit. It's just going to help the already overly entitled people out. It's not going to do anything to help the handful of Negroes that's left around. And most of these Negroes don't want nothing anyway here. They really don't. They just want to be liked by whoever. They don't have any loyalty to their race or their people. As a matter of fact, they hate their race and they hate Negro people. So this is why it's no need to call on New York to do anything because they're not going to do nothing at all. But sit back and get washed. And so it forces me. I found the place to go, and like the Caucasian numbers are really high, but it's the only place that I could see my kids really having the opportunity. You know, and that's sad. Going to the South is not the answer either because It's just not. Not for me. Not the way I think. It's not for me. I'm American. I love America. It's the best country in the world. And, I hope we could save it. I really hope we could save our country. Go to the polls and vote. Don't let people see you coming. Voting early, people see you coming. That's all I'm saying about that. Right? I can't say who to vote for or whatever, but, people see you coming when you vote early. It's better to be more, strategic with your vote. And how you do that is by not voting early. It's by showing up at the polls. We don't have nobody. It's like Gen X and Gen Z. Everybody else is like, what I'm saying, even millennials, we raised millennials to kind of be like, play with everybody. So I guess that's our fault. But I'm not, I have two Generation Z and I'm not doing that with them. I'm telling my kids, play with Americans. Even though they're adults now, it's like, rock with Americans. Rock with people who love the country, who understand the country, and not, always talking down on the country. I have some gripes, with some shit that's going on. I don't like the way they disrespected us about reparations. I felt like it could have been dealt with in a better way. But when you, like I said, nobody's gonna take you seriously when Trump has had a big ass bag right before you, and you go over here with somebody else. Why would I take you seriously? Why would I think you want something when you already had something that was on the table? And stop listening to these Negroes that talk out both sides of their necks. 1 minute is don't mess with the blue team. But you can't mess with the red team either. People like that you shouldn't listen to because they just leave you in a state of confusion. You're going to have to fucking pick somebody. We know these Negroes ain't going to stay home. Oh, no reparations, no vote. That was supposed to happen the last time. All these Negroes was sitting around talking, yeah, I can't vote for Biden. I can't vote for Trump either. And then the Negroes went out and voted for the mass incarcerator in chief. You voted for the person who literally participated and drafted legislation to keep you from integrating as well as lock you up forever had it not been for Trump. And Trump even came out and apologized to Negroes about something that he didn't do. He didn't write the crime bill, but he apologized for it. He said it wasn't right that other people got a smack on the hand and Negroes didn't hear that. I'm so tired of our fucking community. I'm tired of our fucking community. I'm tired of the ignorance. I'm tired of the degeneracy. I'm tired. Just degenerate. You ask one of these Negroes about NBA Youngboy. You ask them about uh, Jamie Foxx. You ask them about anything that don't have to do with something that's detrimental to their lives. They know all about it. They know who sacrificed, who's Illuminati, who's being raped in the background, whatever, you know. They know all of this stuff, allegedly. This is what people are saying, that, people getting screwed over in the background and all of this stuff is happening. They have all this information and they ain't even doing shit about that. I'm sorry, I'd rather be in poverty and unknown for the rest of my life if I gotta bend over for somebody to display my own fucking talents that I fucking possess in my body, and you gonna take me someplace and bend me over and do weird ass stuff to me. I don't need it. I don't fucking want nothing that bad. I don't want shit that bad where I'm gonna let somebody do anything to me, my family, or anybody. I don't want nothing that bad. Now I don't even know if that shit is true or not, but if that's the fucking case, then fuck that and fuck you. Because there ain't no way in the world I'm gonna do shit to my own family and friends and people who trust me for a little bit of fame. Because a lot of these motherfuckers ain't even got no money. They walk away with nothing. A lot. When the ride is over, a lot of them have no money. So, if that's what people are really doing, you need to double check that shit. All you gotta do is read your fucking contract. Nobody can have you doing weird ass shit because you signed a fucking contract. And they can't openly put no weird shit in a contract. So what they doing is relying on the fucking programming that they're putting into you if these things are happening in the background. They're programming you, making you feel as if you have to do something because no contract could say anything about you doing weird things in the background and be legitimate. Just so you know. Also, before you sign a fucking contract, if you can't fucking read it, get somebody else to read it. Also, a contract should be no more than 2 or 3 sheets. If somebody's coming to you with a 20, 30, 40, 100-page contract, you should get the fuck up, tell them to kiss your ass, and walk the fuck out of there. Because all that is a whole bunch of bullshit that's going to be in your pocket for a fucking lifetime. So what you tell them is, bitch, strike it. Bring me 2 sheets. So now, here goes some more information that I'm fucking giving you motherfuckers. And I want my fucking credit. If you're going to say my shit, my name is Ray Ray. So now, what are black people going to do? What the fuck are you going to do? These people got us in a fucked up situation. And yep, I'm letting profanity fly. They say, huh, if you use so much profanity, that means that you aren't educated. Biggest lie they ever told. I'm angry. That's why profanity comes out of my mouth. When I'm angry, tons of profanity comes out. And I'm fucking mad every day. I've been mad for the past 2.5 years. Every day I turn on the fucking news, it's a bus. It's more. It's another 350 million to the Ukraine. I'm tired of it. They aren't going to win that war, and everybody knows it, but they keep throwing money at it. I would have thought if this the case, we just should have went to war with Russia versus fighting behind. Because that's what you don't do. You don't fight behind somebody. If it's a fight you want, you jump right in the front and you go ahead on forward and fight. That's what America used to be about. The founders of the Constitution and all of those men from the Union, black and Negro and white alike. Those were different men. Those were better men than what you see before us today. What you see before us today is a bunch of sellout motherfuckers, Negro and white alike. The only thing they want to do is stuff their pockets. They don't give a fuck about the people. Those people back then, slave owners and all, had a fucking code. What you see today, they have no code. I watched a politician, she was saying what she was for, and they was like, what about this? And she was like, yeah, I'm for that. And they was like, what about this? I'm for that too. They just say whatever. And it's so disgusting. It's so embarrassing. I feel like I wish I was back in the era where I just came off the plantation because those people were smarter, they were stronger, and they were more resilient than the Negroes that are here today. Negroes today are cowards. All I hear is, well, black people don't be careful because I'm around all the. I came on here talking crap. These people know what I'm doing because they stay stalking because they know I don't like them, and I let them know I don't like them. So it's not like no underhand stuff. They know I don't like. I let them know I don't like them, and it has nothing to do with you know um, race per se. It's just the fact that I know that there are a lot of undocumented people here in housing, while we have black veterans, white veterans, Homeless. You have people, families, teachers, all type of people. You got people living out their cars, all type of things because they don't want to go in these shelters. You have homeless people who would go into some of the shelters, and you want to know why they don't go into the shelters? Is because the government here has allowed the shelters to become so fucking violent and so vile that if you have a little bit of common sense about you, you wouldn't go in there. You wouldn't go in there. You'd be horrified to go in there. Fucking disgrace the way they treat American people. It's a disgrace. And I need the American people to stand up. Stand up and do what you're supposed to do. For Negroes, white people are going to be all right unless we lose our country. Then if we lose our country, I don't know what to do. Maybe they'll go to Europe. I don't know. But Europe isn't even doing good. If you're paying attention to world news, Europe isn't doing good. None of the white countries are doing good. The UK is about to come 2024, I believe it is. They're kicking people out, and they're banning all of the people who came into their country illegally. They're banning them, so they can't ever come back. So that just goes to show you how horrible it got in the UK. And this is from Parliament. This is the Parliament. Like, no, like this is it. That's it. You're getting out, and we're banning you. All you have to do is read world news and stuff. You'll see what's going on. I don't usually show my face because I know some of these people around here will get on the video and be staring all in my face or whatever like that. You could look on the video and do that. Do it in person. Try it. I will use every American law at my access. I stuck my neck on the line. I don't regret it either. I don't regret nothing I said. I ain't never taking nothing back. And I don't regret nothing that I said on here either. Even if it did cause me some opportunity, I don't even care. I don't really care. You know why? Because if you don't stand for nothing, you'll fall for everything. And I've never been the type to fall for everything. Now, I don't know what you motherfuckers need to do. You Negroes that can't read, you better get hooked on phonics and learn real fast because I'm sick of your ass. And so are a lot of other black people. And when black people, I'm not saying I'm a prominent black person, but I'm not an ignorant, illiterate black person. So I already got the upper hand and advantage over you. You better get hooked on phonics. Mary Had a Little Lamb. Whatever book it is you need to start with, the little engine that could, and you need to learn how to read. You need to watch world news. Let me tell you something. If I haven't already said it, you got illiterate people here. They're dumping more illiterate people. A lot of them live in my neighborhood. You could tell they're ignorant. You can tell of how ignorant a person is. Just watch. Just watch the things they do. Watch the people they around. Listen to the conversation. That's how you can tell. I'm so sick and fucking tired. I wish him, man, listen. I don't know what's going to happen with our country, but whatever's going to go down, I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it. I'm down with it. I will get my kids to a safe space. My kids and my grandkids will be in a safe, protected space. And I'm ready. I'm ready to put my life on the line for my country. I'm really tired. So whatever's going to, we don't know what's going to happen. We in danger every day. They bring in people. They're not vetting these people. I don't even think they're fingerprinting them so that they could begin to build. At least start to build the database. I don't even believe they're doing that. So we don't know who's the pedophiles, who's the rapists. We just don't know. So they just unleashed this on us. Those people that Malcolm X told you to stay away from dumped all of this on you. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of the time when the Democrats and the Republicans were having a little squabble, and Republicans were afraid to lose power, so they kind of stepped back a little bit, and they let the Democrats unleash the Klan on Negroes. And this is, I kind of feel like that's what we're living through right now. They've unleashed a whole bunch of illegals into our housing system, into our school system, and it's just horrible. It's fucking horrible. It's not the right way to come to America. And it's a disgrace to all of the people who've come to this country, filed their paperwork, had to hire an attorney, had to pay all these filing fees. That's a shame to them. I feel sorry for them. I'm like, damn, bro, you should have just came in like everybody else. I mean, damn. What's the point of trying to be legitimate? If they were just gonna open up the doors, you could have waited a few years and ran through with everybody else. But they didn't want to do that because those people came here because they wanted to build. That's why they came here, and that's why they did it the right way. What you see here today, they're not coming here to build. They coming here to extract and destroy. It's a shame. It is a shame. I just want to know how long black people going to sit up here and play the pack mules for people. I like that pack mule. It is definitely an appropriate description for what Negroes have been doing past 60 years. And all of that, let me tell you another thing. This tough talk that people get on here and do about what we gonna do and the Democrats, we gonna make the Democrats. You're not gonna make the Democrats do shit. Those people are very wise, very intelligent people. They act stupid, but they're very smart. They know exactly what they're doing. And they know exactly who to do it to. And that's Negroes. When they go to everybody else, it's a conversation. When they come to us, it's the wagging the finger and you must do this and you better do this and you, how dare you not do this, or how did, that's how they come at Negroes. They could never come at me like that. That's why I don't go to those things, because like me, I'm gonna get arrested because I'm gonna stand up, I'm gonna snatch that microphone, and I'm gonna say everything that I've ever felt about them throughout my life. I have watched these people write legislation that has just decapitated Negroes, and I'm fucking sick and tired of them. I'm tired of them attacking people, using their little minions to attack people in the background who stand up to them. Because that's what they are, a bunch of bullies. They use their little minions to get at you. But ain't none of it gonna work. None of the trolling me never worked and never will. And I'm not saying that it's Democrats who did it, but you know, I was a Trump supporter, so I got targeted. The snowflake shit. I had some celebrities come on there. They don't show they, face. Of course, they not gonna do it. I had some of them come over there and some politicians too, because I got at a lot of people. I was tearing people's ass up on here like nobody was. Nobody wasn't tearing people's ass up like that because I only had 1,000 subscribers. And if with 1,000 subscribers, these people felt the need to come over there and write in the comments and erase it and talk their little shit. That there you go. Nothing else to say about that. But I'm sick of them now. I'm fucking sick of them. I had a book. A lot of people are debating the Civil War right now. They're debating the Civil War and why. I don't know if that's going to be part of their reparation strategy. I don't know why the Civil War is being brought up, other than suggesting that it's going to happen again, because that's what I believe as well. But other than that, the Civil War was fought over money. That's what it's always about money. That's what it was about. Money. So you know, there are a lot of younger people on here than me. They're doing really well. I wish them the best. You know, uh, it's a lost cause. You know, I hear this thing, no reparations, no vote. I hope people really do that. Because I would rather you stay home than you to go to the elections and vote for illegals. Because I'm sick of illegals. I'm sick of the alcoholism all over the Bronx. I'm sick of the degeneracy. I'm sick of the tables. I'm sick of the crimes. I'm sick of people messing with the police that didn't do nothing to them, and then the other police get to walk away scot free. If you want to go at somebody, why not go at the ones who did something? That makes sense. What they have done now, the police I see now, I be getting them trolling me. They be trolling me too. Cause some of everybody, no, them, despite the fact that YouTube tried to make it look like nobody was watching my videos, oh, a lot of people were watching my videos, and a lot of they have a lot of Latin cops out here in the Bronx, a lot of Latino cops, and I'm quite sure they don't like me. And guess who don't give a damn? I don't give a damn if they like me or not. I'm not. I wasn't born for people to like me. When I came into this world, my legs got broken because I was bow-legged. So they opt to break my legs, not put braces on them, but break them to make them straight. So that's how I came in this world on some bullshit. Motherfuckers making fucked up decisions for me. So worrying about who likes me, other than people that I care about love me. You know. Other than that, I don't give a damn about people liking me. That never mattered to me. Somebody could like you today, tomorrow they hate you, next week they love you, next week they back to hating you again. I don't give a damn about that. They're not important. People liking you is not fucking important. People not being able to disrespect you and violate you and your family, that's important. So I'm always rambling and all over the motherfucking place. So what? You know, that's what the fuck I do. But I'm telling you, do the right thing. Do the fucking right thing for once in your fucking life. If there's a Negro out there in all your life, you just been fucking up and you wondering how you can reclaim yourself, do the right thing. Do the right thing this cycle. Do the right thing. You want to redeem yourself. You want to get right with other Negroes. Do the right thing. You going to stay home? Stay home. Who the fuck is? I don't. Because I know it's still 29% of us that's going to show up and do the right thing. So we don't really need all of y'all anyway. And I never thought I would hear myself say to Negroes that they shouldn't vote. But yeah, you should. Because you just, we know how you going to vote. So there isn't going to be any reparations. So, I just also want to take a brief minute to say this. Justice for takeoff. Um, it's certain people in the industry that's getting boxed out, Negroes that are getting boxed out. Don't let it kill you. Don't let those people kill you. It's sometimes when you stand alone, sometimes that's when you're your strongest. Pac said that shit. Rest in peace. And it was brilliant then, and it is brilliant now, and it still applies to a lot of people. It still applies. I don't mean to a lot of people, but whatever. You know how I get on here. I get a little fried, twisted at times, but it is what it is. So, and hit my video, F Tremont, the West Tremont disc. Listen to that song. I'm an artist now. I'm a rapper now. So make sure you click on that, and yeah, share the video. It's all over the place, but sometimes you gotta kind of do it like that just to get the YouTube off of you or whatever like that. I'm going to Rumble as we get closer to the election process. I will be heading to Rumble because there's like a couple of videos that I want to do that are very important, and it's information that I want to hand out to Negroes, and I want them to share it and spread it around and repeat it. I'm not mad if people repeat what I say. Just put some respect on my name because I was the one who told you that, and everybody knows that. And I hear people sitting up here talking about, yeah, I told you. No, I told you. I told you they dumped them wherever we are. I told you about the global migrant compact deal. I used ASAP Rocky as an example of that. Okay, so I did everything that I could in my own little way for black people. Am I gonna get out here and be pounding the pavement and doing all that shit? I got my own fucking life. Got my own shit that I'm doing. Y'all fucked up a huge bag for me. So even if I could, I don't think I would be out here pounding the pavement because Negroes fucked up a bag for me. That platinum plan was a huge bag for me. And for all of us, like, what I'm saying? I just don't care about y'all right now, so I'm just only gonna focus on myself. And y'all fucked up a bag for me. Y'all fucked my money up. So I ain't gonna get out here and be, let's march, let's march. I'm not getting out here to do that with you, not at all. I don't care about y'all like that no more. I used to be so in love with being Negro. Um, I learned about all the inventors. That was very important to me because we always had people acting like black people didn't do anything and that we didn't contribute. So it was very important to me to learn about inventors, and I push my children to do that. And push the grandchildren, everybody, like it's important to know what we built because when you look at the inventions, you understand the fabric, that niched America together and how it was our fabric. Not to discredit the Polish, and the Polish they put in a lot of work too. Back in the 20s and the 30s, they came over. They put in a lot of work. People put in work. Here. Majority white. Who if you want to talk about building, if it wasn't the slaves, it was one white ethnic group that really did a lot of the building. That's just how it is. Whether people like it or not, that's the truth. And everybody white don't hate you. Stop just hating white people. When a white person does something to you specifically or whatever, that's when you hate them. You don't care about whites. And stop talking about fuck. That's another motherfucker. Before I get the fuck off of here, stop talking about white supremacy. If you voted for Joe Biden, if you went to the White House and voted for a man who said he didn't want the buses to become a jungle playground, and actually wrote legislation to try to block integration from happening, and you voted for this dude, don't talk about white supremacy. I don't want to hear shit about white supremacy because when Trump said platinum plan, this is for black people, not one goddamn white person over there was offended or mad at that. They wasn't mad that Trump was doing things for black people, and actually they were cheering. You go back and watch his rallies. Every time he said black, low employment, they was like, woo! You didn't hear not one white Republican did you hear say, oh, the platinum plan. What the hell is Trump doing? They didn't say anything, and it was going past. Or even if it was an executive order, nobody was going to challenge it because everybody knows that the black community is suffering lacking resources, lacking financial literacy, and some of us lacking moral values, but nobody could do nothing about that. That's between you and God. Like people can't instill morality into you. If your parents didn't, do that, then you kind of like on your own. You're gonna have to go down that path, however you go down that path. But the financial literacy, um, the investment, funding into Negro businesses and things like that. Those are things that we need. And everybody knows we need it. White America knows, what Black America needs. They don't want to cut you a check. I don't know that we ever gonna get a check. I doubt it. I doubt that Black America will ever get a check. And yes, they did it for the Japanese. They did it for the Italians. They still doing it for the J community or whatever. We know that. We know the Indian tribes. Stop calling them fucking Native Americans. You got Tamaha, Chickasaw, Chippewa, which is in my blood. You have Blackfoot. I don't know if I said Tomahawk already. Navajo. Say them, get them, put some respect on the quote unquote or so called Indians. Put some respect on them. Stop talking about Native Americans. Native Americans are mixed, are Indians that was like mixed with whites, either by force or by marriage. Some of them was down with being with white people. They were okay with it. You know, but a lot of it came from rape. So like stop talking about the Native American like the Native American are the Indian tribals that the Pilgrims and Christopher Columbus stumbled across when he got here. He didn't see no Native Americans. He seen Tomahawk, Chippewa, Chickasaw, Blackfoot, uh, whoever might have been in the area, because we know that they were in different parts, of the country or whatever like that. But they have fucking names. Stop calling them the Native Americans. I don't with the small percentage is it's like one twice removed, but it's still in my blood. I don't go around calling myself a Chippewa. I don't go around talking about like I'm Chippewa, y'all. I'm trying to join or whatever. Like I'm trying to be up in here and like brag about it or try to separate myself from being a Negro. No, I'm a Negro that has that in my blood. My mother's side of the family was from Alabama. That's like tribal country. Alabama was tribal country. If you go back and look in your history, a lot of Indians, you know, Indian tribal Indians were there. So, stop that. Stop doing the thing. Stop making enemies with people you don't have to. Like they don't like to be called Native Americans. They like to be called by their tribe names, and you should learn it. You know. Yes, I understand that there were 13 tribes who held slaves or whatever, but hey, you call Europeans Europeans, you call Italians Italians, call these people by their heritage and who they are. Stop talking about Native Americans. Native Americans was a made up group. There's no such thing as a Native American Indian tribe. That's bullshit. They know who they are. I named quite a few of them already. You can go and look up the rest too. Cherokee, you can go look the names up of the damn tribes. Say their names. Stop giving Native Americans all of this power and all of this, glory that they don't deserve. As far as I'm concerned, they could catch feelings and catch beef too. I don't care. Because I feel like they get too much stuff in as it is. We always talking about Native Americans, Native Americans, Native Americans. What about the real goddamn pure-blooded ones? And also, too, the African American stuff gotta go. We are, there's no way you could be two continents. It's just impossible. You can't be an African American. It don't even make sense. That name never made sense. Jesse Jackson did that so he was trying to get reparations in that Rainbow Coalition. You know, some say he was trying to steal it. He was trying to steal reparations from black people and put it into his coalition. Who knows? A lot of people don't have a lot of kind words for Jesse, and I can't say I blame him. You know, it always bothered me every time I watch it how they kept calling King out on that balcony. You know, They kept calling him to that balcony. That always bothered me. But I think I've done enough talking on here. I showed my face because I think people thought I was scared to show my face because I haven't been showing my face. I don't be showing my face when I do those little videos or whatever because I don't want these motherfuckers staring in my face. I don't like them staring in my face as I'm past them. I really don't dislike the people, where I live at. I really do. I think I said that like 100 times. But if they watch, I want them to know, like, I really do dislike you. 100%. Don't say nothing to me. Don't be trying to hold a door for me. Nothing. I can hold my own doors. Don't hold no door for me. Don't say good morning. Don't say nothing because I hate you. Okay? So if you learned something from this, good. If you didn't, I don't really give a fuck. But when it comes time, do the right thing. No reparations, no vote.